With the new version 6.4 Kiana May patch, the Herrscher of Finality and Origin is finally available. This means that the Awakened Trio team can now be completed. The question now lies, with limited crystals, who and what should we pull for? There's many options and ways to pull, so allow me to share what I've learned so far. I'm sure many of us have seen the capabilities of the Trio team and their individual Valkyries, but to summarize, the Trio team introduces the combined alt mechanic, and these Valkyries are filled with time stop mechanics that is super fun to play with and gives insane timings for Abyss and Memorial Arena. Regarding each individual Valkyrie, Herrscher of Truth is the new all-rounder elemental support Valkyrie, far outclassing AE, which honestly held the throne for a very long time since it was released. Herrscher of Origin is the sub DPS for the Trio team, or DPS itself for Lightning teams. Herrscher of Finality is the main DPS for the Trio team and for pure fire teams as well. Right off the bat, we can see that each Herscher can play different roles based on their team compositions, and thus is pretty high value in terms of crystals. In contrast, for example, past Valkyries such as Vilvi or Silverwing are niche DPS Valkyries for their respective elements, and although they are still viable for some bosses, I feel that their crystal value has depreciated as new mechanics, bosses and weather types are introduced. So back to the trio Valkyries. This timing is extremely special because similar to how the stars can align, this few weeks is the window where all three Herschers have their banners up and running, and Herrscher of Origin having its 50% rebate and Herrscher of Truth having 30% of its first 10 pulls. Banning event is also up, which makes gachaing even more valuable. Hoyoverse is like slapping us with all these kinds of sales and promotions right now. There are mainly two paths that I recommend for the trio team. The first path is the economic path, where we can maximize returns per pull. The priority for this path is Herrscher of Origin's gears because of the 50% rebate, followed by Herrscher of Truth and her gears, followed by Herrscher of Finality and then her gears. Of course, you can tweak this as much as you wish. For example, if you want to experience the trio mechanic gameplay at the lowest cost, you can pull for Herrscher of Origin's gears, then Herrscher of Truth, then Herrscher of Finality, then their weapons, then their stigmatas. But of course, you will not know whether you get the weapon or the stigmata, so there is some risk involved. You might be thinking, why Herrscher of Truth over Herrscher of Finality? Well, it's because I believe it's more valuable to full gear an all-round elemental support Valkyrie instead of a single elemental DPS. Herrscher of Truth's team coverage is much higher, and having her full gear will not only boost the trio's damage, but also for all elemental teams as well. Additionally, once the Herrscher of Origin gear rebate banner is over, I think her gear priority would drop to either before or after Herrscher of Finality, depending on which elemental team you would like to build first. For me, I unfortunately didn't follow this because I've taken F, which is pretty decent substitute for Herrscher of Truth's gear, but the main reason is also because I forgot that there's a banner this patch. If I could turn back time, I think I would pull for Herrscher of Truth's full gear with that 30% off instead of Herrscher of Finality's one. The other path is called the SIMP path, which is the path that I've chosen. Same as before, Herrscher of Origin's gear because of the 50% rebate, followed by Herrscher of Truth, but this time it's Herrscher of Finality and then her gears, and lastly Herrscher of Truth's gears. You can choose this path if you want to have the best damage for your trio team, and if your Herrscher of Truth already has decent alternatives such as the Teganap set. I went this gacha path because I want to give my full support to Kiana, and it's been a while since I fully geared a Kiana battlesuit. And as you can see, the rationale for this path is highly sim-worthy and non-meta focused, so yes, you are free to pull this route as well, no judge. Overall, I highly recommend the economic path, especially for new players, because it boosts the power levels of all elemental teams and is the safest move to make given limited crystals. In the long run, after version 6.4 where there won't be Herrscher of Origin's gear rebate, then the gacha priority would mainly be Herrscher of Truth and her gears first, followed by Herrscher of Origin or Herrscher of Finality next, depending on which elemental team you are building. You might be thinking what to do with other valks and gear options in the Focus Select or in the Firepower Supply, or if their banners appear next time in the future. These banners were honestly super worth in the past like 10 versions, but currently given the huge influx of S-rank Valkyries, I feel that the old gears and stuff are depreciating at a faster rate than before. Even for me, I've been eyeing the Paganini set for so long and now it's finally here. However, I unfortunately have to give it a pass because of how fast things are going and how dry my crystals have become. Similarly with the Focus Select, previously I would try my luck on the 30% off pulls to get like a spare piece or something, but now I'm just saving because I feel that it is more worth to save and get a full set one shot compared to pulling again next time when the guarantee has been reset. We have also been seeing a trend where all the past OP Valkyries and even elves will be obtainable through alternate methods without directly pulling for the banner itself, such as through the BP or spending events or future events. And I think this is actually the best way to collect past Valkyries. If it helps, you can remember this basic rule: crystals are for new Valkyries, while beat chips and spending events will be for the past Valkyries. So yeah, that's it for this video. Even though I didn't have insane edits this time, I hope the information here is helpful. Do comment down below on how your gacha went or any thoughts that you have on the trio team. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!